This is the Northbrook Symphony in performance. Here in the Chicago area, this orchestra is helping to redefine the classical concert experience. That's me, Lawrence Rapchak, music director of the Northbrook Symphony. And every one of our programs that we put on our stage is guaranteed to be a unique event, the sort of concert experience that puts you directly in contact with the power and passion of the music. And it's all rather simple. Let the audience in on the background, the historical, cultural, and emotional context of the music. Every concert has a theme which ties all of these fascinating things together, and every work that we perform, whether beloved masterwork or rare undiscovered treasure, leaps to life on our stage, having been first introduced by myself, then performed by a dynamic orchestra that has been praised for the power, color, and subtlety of its playing. You know, the things that make a concert exciting. Did Beethoven's curiosity about life on other planets affect the way he wrote his music? Why did Prokofiev's music change so dramatically when he returned to Stalin's Soviet Union? And how did Dvorak pay tribute to his childhood sweetheart in his great cello concerto? It's fascinating things like these that we explore in our quest to discover exactly what makes this music so great. The Northbrook Symphony has also established itself as a leader in its ongoing work with young people. For instance, our collaborations with the Academy of International Studies, the best and brightest students of the Glenbrook High Schools, where we explore the tremendous impact of historical events on music. These video clips are from an actual documentary created by the students themselves especially for our concerts.
Debussy was touched by the heroism that the Belgian soldiers showed when Germany marched through Belgium. Germany had intended to completely take over Belgium in 3 days. They did not expect much of a fight from the normally neutral Belgians. Led by King Albert I, the Belgian soldiers rose to the challenge and faced the German army. It delayed the German offense strategy, even though the Belgian resistance ultimately failed.
Now watch as student actor David Primer portrays the eccentric American composer George Antheil, who mysteriously appeared on our stage to discuss his amazing career with our audience.
The first night during this piano music, I would play my music and people would actually leave during the piece.
Can you imagine such a thing, ladies and gentlemen? People actually getting up and leaving while music is playing, but you solved this.
Oh, obviously, it's a terrible thing. So the next night, before I began, I asked the ushers to kindly lock and bolt the doors. And just in case, I pulled out my .32 automatic, fully loaded, and placed it on top of the piano. And everyone stayed in their seats.
Around 6 o'clock tonight, George, I may be searching for you for a little advice. The NSO has the honor of being the only orchestra that is performed at Children's Memorial Hospital in Chicago, a truly memorable event. And how about our frequent performances of great works which have never been heard before in Chicago, including the stunning Symphony No. 2 by Dmitri Shostakovich. The importance of this event was recognized by the Chicago Tribune with not one, but 2 articles on the same day. The guest performers included the North Shore Choral Society, the Chicago Brass Band, the Glenbrook North Wind Ensemble, a young piano soloist, and a factory whistle device designed and operated by physics students from Highland Park High School. And since visual elements are such an effective way of enhancing music, the Northbrook Symphony will expand its use of projections, as in our recent concert with young artists, whose new Pictures at an Exhibition perfectly complemented Mussorgsky's great music. Our commitment to young people is nowhere more apparent than in our acclaimed Youth Enrichment Program, in which students share our concert days with us, first as on-stage observers at our rehearsal, then in master classes with professional musicians, and finally as our guests for the concert along with their families, all at no cost to them. Then there is the newly established Northbrook Symphony School of Music, where talented young performers can study with our musicians. But it's all in a day's work for the enterprising Northbrook Symphony as we continue to forge a path as a major cultural resource in the Chicago area. So whether we're offering new insights into a familiar masterwork by Beethoven, or a first-time encounter with the magnificent pulse-pounding brilliance of Brazilian Heitor Villa-Lobos, a performance, incidentally, which rocked the house, thanks in no small part to the fabulous young singers of the Roosevelt University Conservatory Chorus, the Northbrook Symphony is poised to lead the way in building new audiences for symphonic music with concerts that are imaginative, innovative, and above all, exciting.